Hello.
Welcome back.
We are the Girlies that read. I'm Sarah.
I'm Jazzy.
And today we're going to be doing a little bit of a recap.
Yay!
Girlies that read kicked off last year. There was 3 of us at the time. There's now 2 of us.
Sad.
No bad blood.
Alicia,
Oh, don't make me do this. I'm too old for this. How do you do that?
we love you.
Alicia's busy doing Alicia things. She's just very, very busy girl. And we love her. But it's just going to be us from now on. Which is fine. We're excited.
Yeah.
We got lots of plans.
So,
But we thought we would kind of
do a little recap.
go back from what we did last year. Give you a bit of an overview. Quick update. And it's also like a good refresher for ourselves to like remember what we read last year.
Yeah. What we rated it. Any thoughts? Would we reread them? Would we not? Thinking of one in particular.
Look, someone can't let something go.
It's because it's funny. Honestly, it's like
yes,
it's
hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Sure.
It is.
Sure.
Alicia would laugh.
Well, she's not here.
Yeah. Guess I'll laugh for her.
Nah. So basically, we're literally going to go through every book that we reviewed together as the Girlies last year. We're going to give you our ratings again. We're going to see what we remember about the books, our likes, dislikes. Nothing in too detail. There might be occasional spoilers, so just be wary of that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think we're just going to be having a general chat.
Yeah.
And just, remembering the good times.
And the not so good times.
Oh, come on. It was still fun. Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick us off?
Yes.
Let's kick us off.
Well, first together we read Law by Alexander Bracken,
Ooh.
which is like a YA Greek gods thrown into New York City, Hunger Games vibes, trying to kill each other to gain or keep magical powers.
Well, they try to kill the gods to
The
get
families,
their powers.
Yeah, the families, yeah, anyway. Basically Hunger Games, Greek gods, New
Yeah.
York City,
Yeah.
modern day, urban fantasy, YA.
It's a bit of fun. We get a very interesting storyline.
Yeah.
We follow a female main character who is tried to run away from her family heritage, which is hunting these gods in these games.
Gets pulled back in.
Very typical.
Can't escape it.
Yeah.
We
It is
follow
a friends to lovers story.
like a second chance.
Second chance romance. It's got some great elements about it. It's also kind of missing a lot of things, like character descriptions.
And like scene descriptions that don't quite make sense.
No.
But anyway.
Like, one of the things I will remember from this book that was very distinctive is, like, so you have all these characters, and don't get me wrong, you get some general description.
Yeah.
But the only, like, notable detail that I had from any of the characters was that the FMC's mortal best friend,
Was gay.
well, yes, he was gay, but he was Chinese or Asian of some description.
Yeah.
I can't remember which Asian, but he was Asian.
Also, this was a year ago, so just
Yeah,
keep
so
that in
bear
mind.
with us. Bear with us.
Yes.
I need
Yeah,
more caffeine,
words.
clearly. It's not like, I need to learn to... It's not like I need to be able to speak to be on a podcast.
Yeah. Nah. Actually.
Anyway.
But yeah. What
But
else
yeah,
about
so
him? Yeah, it's kind of
It was literally... But that was, like, the most distinct thing, was that he had a race. And it was just, like, nobody else did. And I think mainly they would... I think there was maybe one black character.
I don't even.
I don't even remember. I can't speak.
I guess I'll take over. But yeah, so there was also. I've just got to move on. You can die over there laughing.
Wow.
No,
Rude.
die of laughter. Anyway, there was one scene I remember very distinctly towards the end of the book, and they're following like the bad guys, I guess, who they're versing. And they're like following, like the city's flooded
streets?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The whole city is flooded, and they're following them, and it was that the bad guys they were following like had to like paddle swim, like, full freestyle, like couldn't stand in the water. And then like a minute later they're following them, and they're just like walking down the street.
Yeah, like this is like, it's flooded city, like waist deep, some like shoulder deep water,
Yeah.
and they're getting through it like without any hassle. But also they're teenagers, right?
Yeah.
In a flooded city. You're telling me emergency services aren't like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no.
Like, so there was aspects like that. It was those little bits
But which weren't quite explained.
that were a little bit odd.
Yeah, but anyway.
but overall,
anyway.
it was a
It was a fun read.
fun, simple fantasy.
Mhm.
It wasn't like it didn't require lots of brain power because obviously we had lots of modern day elements,
Mhm.
but it was a bit of fun. It was something different. It had some excitement, some adventure. It did have flashbacks
It
which
did.
aren't my favorite thing,
Yeah. It
but
had, yeah, a few flashbacks.
it did help develop the character and explain who she was. But overall, I gave the book a 3 point. Sorry, I just gave the book a 3 stars. So
Full
very
stop.
middle of the range.
Mhm.
I liked it. Wouldn't reread it.
Yeah. My oh my goodness, me. I gave
Haha,
it.
your turn.
Yeah.
Screw it up. You can't speak.
No, I still can. I gave it a 2.5 stars. Again, I wouldn't reread it. It was alright. Just visually, I struggled with a few things. You know, actually, when you read, do you see the movie in your brain?
I do. I have a movie playing.
Yeah, me too. And so I was like, that doesn't make sense. Are they swimming? Are they not swimming? Are they walking? Are they not walking through the waist deep whatever water? So yeah, I gave it 2.5 because there are a few things like that which didn't quite make sense to me.
But I would make a good movie.
We did say that.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was a movie, I reckon we should do a girlies that go to the movies together.
We could so do that. We could just do that in
Episodes.
general.
Yeah.
Any book to movie adaptation. Project Hail Mary.
It was beautiful. But that's not on our list.
Yet. Someone's still reading it or
Yeah,
listening to
I'm
it.
like 10% through.
Look, it took me a while, but I only read audiobooks in the car.
Yeah.
So I was listening to them from work. And work's about a 30 to 40 minute drive. And it's a long book.
It's a very long book. It's like 16 hours or something.
Yeah, so it took me a while.
But Noah Khan just released his new album, so I've been listening to that instead. Anyway.
Shame.
It's so good. But anyway.
Shame.
Okay, next one. I feel like you should describe this, otherwise I might bash on it a bit.
We're all going to bash on it. Look, no hate to any author.
But
This is just our opinion.
yes.
Not every book is going to be for every person. And this book is actually quite well loved
It
by
has
a
good
lot of
audience.
people.
Just we're not that audience.
Definitely not. 100%,
That's
trillion
okay.
percent, no.
Yeah.
The next book we got into, which was A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. It is the first book in a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it is there is a magical academy that sits kind of like in a void dimension. And all of the magically enhanced children are forcefully sent to this academy because the world is infested by monsters that are constantly hunting down the magically inclined to eat and kill them. The magical communities kind of survive by essentially living in these bunkers of society where they're like protected by magic.
And they can like support and help each other. Kind
Yep.
Of thing. Yeah.
And they all kind of have their own like magical resources and combined powers that they can all tap into.
Yeah.
MFC is kind of a bit of a loner. Her and her mum didn't really fit into the norms because she's kind of a freak. Anyway, she's sent to this magical academy. She's in this magical academy. And the only way, once you're in this magical academy, you do not leave until you graduate. So you spend 4 years training, building your own magical resources, fighting to survive
Yeah.
until graduation day comes where you literally have to fight your way out through a monster pit
They just throw you in there.
to get out of the college. So essentially, you either live or die
Yeah.
by how well you succeed in school. And the whole school, by the way, is also infested with these monsters that's not supposed to be.
No. Well,
So you're also fighting every single day to survive the school, make alliances, build your power supply in hopes that you survive graduation day to then hopefully survive the rest of your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically, the plot, the general story vibe sounds fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds exciting.
It's very much like Harry Potter because this year was
Harry
like her
Potter
first
on
year.
crack. No, it wasn't.
And then the second. You know what I mean, huh?
Wasn't her first year. She was in her second year, third year. Well, she wasn't new
It was one of her years, and then the next.
because
book
the
was
second
next
year was her graduation
No.
year, wasn't it?
Oh, actually, yeah, it was. But I don't.
I
remember.
didn't even read the sequels. Someone tortured herself by reading the sequels. I didn't, and apparently I remember it better. Maybe
Oh.
because someone won't let it go, so it won't let me leave my brain. Anyway,
I don't bring it up
Look.
every week.
look, as I said, everything sounded
Really fun.
exciting. I was so stoked. And then I read the book and regretted everything.
I think mainly it's because it's the first. It's in first POV or third. I don't remember. But you're stuck in the character's brain. I think it must be first then.
It is.
But like you're stuck in her brain, and she's very negative Nancy because she's stuck in this school, and she's like, I'm gonna die, and she has no friends. And
Because she doesn't let herself. Look, I have a lot of problems with the main female character. She's just very much like, she's a pick me without the whole simping to other people to pick her. She's a pick me that's like closed off, which is what does my head in. She complains the whole time about having no friends, no allies, no nothing because she's a freak, but makes no effort to even try to gain them. And that really just annoys me.
she gains them a little bit. Anyway,
Look, that's a whole thing. We're not
it.
getting into details. If you want full details on how much I despise this book, how much we didn't like this book, you can watch our full review. It is on our channel. Just scroll back to the start of last year and you'll find it. But look, overall, I gave this book a 2 stars. I would never read this again. I would not read the whole trilogy. It was just look. It was very YA. He seemed to skip over some important bits and linger on things that didn't matter. The characters kind of annoyed me. I just didn't have a fun time. I read the damn thing. I got to the end and went, I want to erase this from my brain. But apparently it's not being erased from my brain. It's just going to be there forever.
Well, who picked this book?
Shut up.
Yeah, I gave it 2.5 stars. It did get better in the series, but it was still very much
I remember Alicia and I did ask for a recap when Jazzy finished the trilogy.
I gave him a full recap.
And then I went, yeah, definitely not worth it.
No.
Because it was very obvious where it was going, and I'm like, I'm not interested.
Nah. But yeah, 2.5. I wouldn't reread it, but yeah.
Definitely not a Girlies that read recommendation.
No, but that's okay.
But then we got into my next pick.
Which was so much better, which I guess is not hard to do.
Yeah, it's really not. But honestly, like, this is like top tier, pinnacle. Like, if you were to ask us to list our top 3 favorite fantasy series, this would be in there.
Yeah, literally.
No matter when you asked us, it would be in there.
I mean, from last year, yeah. Because we only read it last year.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, if you were to ask us,
yes,
it's never leaving. If something beats this, I'm shocked.
I feel like we've mentioned this series in almost every episode.
We
Since
have
then.
probably
seriously.
referred to it at some point in comparison. It's one of the ones where we compare everything to it.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Throne of Glass is compared, like people compare Throne of Glass and Akatar to a lot of things.
Yeah.
You have that like standard fantasy where like if it doesn't align with this, like, or actually no, this is your grading bar. This is pinnacle, and then everything else you base off of
this
that.
Is a 6-star series, like, genuine.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. It's one of those things for those series though. So like it starts off really good, and then it gets better,
and then it
gets
gets
better,
and then we're
better.
still waiting.
And book 4, it's a coming. Book 4's coming in September, and honestly, it's like I have no doubt in my mind, Pencole's going to deliver. She has worked her ass off. She has made us wait because she's been so determined to do this well.
Yeah.
And if you haven't worked it out by now,
So
we're talking about
The Kindred's Curse by Pencole.
It is Spark of the Everflame, Glow of the Everflame, Heat of the Everflame, and
now
Burn
Burn
of the Everflame. It's coming out in September. It's going to be the conclusion to the series. We're going to find out everything's going to happen. The knife that's been embedded in my chest since the end of Heat.
It's going to be like twisted.
Probably twisted and twisted and twisted and then broken off. And then a little bit sharp bit's going to stay in there forever because this is living. I'm honestly to the point. I want to get some bookish tattoos.
I thought that's what you were going to say. Go on.
And I think I want to get one for the Kindred's Curse.
Just get one like right here and just write Luther.
It's going to be Carrion.
No. Anyway.
Carrion and his plant. Anyway, sidetracked. But yes, so Kindred's Curse. This series is basically, as we've said, is everything you kind of want in a fantasy series.
You've got slow burn. You've got... It is kind of... Yeah, it is enemies to lovers.
It is enemies to lovers. It's kind of a forbidden love as well.
There's also...
Because they're from two... Well, they're at the start. They're from two different, like, warring... factions, I suppose. Look, you have the factions is the wrong term. You've got the descended. They're literally descendants of the gods. They're like half human, half gods. Basically. Demigods, great term for it. Where they have magical powers, they think themselves better. They kind of run the world or run the continent that they live on, which is shaped like a donut.
It is.
I'm not wrong.
It's
not
a
perfect donut,
but it's a reverse donut. Like it's got the thing in the middle, and then. Anyway.
Yeah, but like, yeah, so we've got the island in the center, surrounded by water, and then you got the big main island, which is a big donut.
Yeah.
So that's basically the continent, but they kind of run, and there's 7 different kingdoms. run by 7 different gods' descendants, and they all have different powers unique to their realm. And then
then
you
there's
have the
humans.
humans who are kind of like the underlings, and they're like servants and basic, everything else.
Try and do what they can to survive.
Humans hate descendants. Descendants think they're better than humans. Is the general consensus?
So Luther and DM shouldn't really.
No, because they come from opposite sides.
Yeah.
Things are a lot more complicated as you find out as the series goes.
Yeah.
But every single trope in this book is just done so well.
so
The
good.
slow burn, if you want a good slow burn, if you've been
This
like
is the
hankering,
slowest slow burn.
yeah, like if you've read books and you're like, it's too quick. They're getting together too
Read
quick.
this.
If you literally want to suffer, if you want to get frustrated,
Yeah.
if you want to throw a book at the wall, I did this because the author likes to torture you.
Yeah.
Read the series.
Read the series. And
is-
then wait until September to read the last one.
Or start reading it in like August.
Yeah.
Read through August, read the first 2 books, and then you're perfectly set up for September's release.
Exactly.
It'll be
Chef's kiss.
beautiful.
So
I'm
what-
locking myself down. I'm disappearing for the 2-3 days. Look, I'm probably going to smash through it in 2 days. I devoured Heat. Like, I did not leave the couch when it came out.
I can't remember.
Because we kind of all got it at the same time because we all pre-ordered it. Alicia had it on ebook. Jazzy picked it up from the bookshop the day it released. I was waiting at home. They had their books. I'm like, the postman still isn't here.
Yeah, but
Finally arrived.
Oh.
Literally sat down, and I think it came out on, like, it arrived on the end of the week or something. It was
like Thursday.
because I remember sitting on the Saturday. Like, Mum was, I normally go out on Saturday.
And, you were
And
like,
I turned to
"Don't
Mum, like,
talk to me."
I'm not leaving. Mum's like, but I'm like, nope. I'm sitting on this couch and I'm reading. And only time I moved was to get food or a drink.
Fair.
But I stayed on the couch the entire day. And I think I've read like 80% of the book.
Yeah.
Because she's thick.
It was.
And then I had to go to bed. At some point, I'm like, I physically have to go to bed. And I was like, got up the next day, finished it. Life-changing, heartbroken, destroyed.
The entire series.
Look, I've given it a 4.5. It might be more of a 4.75 though.
Because you rated the
Because
first one.
the first
4.5,
one, yeah. Because I loved Spark. Spark was really good. And I think I gave it a 4.5, something like that.
Yeah.
But Glow was even better than Spark. That got a 5.
I loved Glow.
Heat, even better than Glow,
Also loved
got a 5. So I think Burn is going to be like a 5-6 star. So this whole series
Obviously
is just...
a 5-star.
But then, like, say, like, because Stone Glass is the same, right? Like, every single book in the series has a different rating. They're not all just 5-star, because they're not.
Yeah.
But they're all high. They're all like, I would definitely read the series. But besides the point, this is just, look, Kindred's Curse is amazing. We love it. Jazzy rated it. I don't think you said your rating. Yep. 5 stars. Like, it's beautiful. We cannot recommend this enough. Get it.
Enough said.
Love it. Read it. Live it.
Speaking
Suffer
of
with
Faye.
us.
Speaking of Faye.
It's my turn. You did Kindred's.
You did Kindred's.
No. It's my baby. Stop.
Well, I will quickly talk about Quicksilver.
Fine.
Um,
Quicksilver by Kelly Hart.
by Callie Hart.
I love Kelly.
You really enjoyed this book.
I loved this
I
book.
also really enjoyed this book. It took me a bit longer to pick it up.
You want to talk about it longer? How many months did I wait?
Probably a few, but anyway.
Months.
A few. But we follow Sayris Fane, who is a human in the Silver City, and she goes through a Quicksilver portal, which she...
Not willingly.
Huh?
Not
Yeah,
willingly.
No, not willingly. To the Fae realm of Ilvaria, I'm pretty sure. And
Don't ask me about pronunciations. They go over my
Hey,
head.
I'm trying hard over
You're doing
here.
well. I'm proud of you.
And basically, this is my recap of the book, is basically she's kind of then goes, ooh, I've kind of got magical powersy. Ooh, that's interesting. And then she has to develop those powers of, basically she's an alchemist. Or she is an alchemist. And then she goes with Kingfisher, who's the main love interest.
Love Fisher.
He's so cute. And they both go to different forges around the realm to kind of unlock her powers. And then they go to his place, and then there's a war happening, surprise vampires. Oh my gosh, now we're fighting the vampires. And then that's all I will say without saying anything else spoilerish.
A lot happens.
A lot happens. And Carrion. Sorry, I didn't mention Carrion.
I know the most important detail of the whole book.
And does he save the plant or does he get the book? Get Simon.
He gets both.
In this book.
Yes.
Okay. My bad.
So look, yes, Kingfisher and Ceres, very important. Love them. Love their relationship.
But
Dirty talking Kingfisher. Love him.
very
He
pretty.
nasty. But
Your baby carrion.
I will say this. If you read it for just Carrion, even if you hate Kingfisher, you hate the name. Look, the name took a while to get used to. Fisher helped. Calling him Fisher helps, which he does get referred to. But if you don't like Sierras, if you don't like Kingfisher, it's fine. Just skim over that. Just read the parts about Carrion. Carrion is gold.
And then get to Brimstone, which is the sequel, and
Which-
then just
And
read
he
about
just
Carrion.
gets even better.
It is.
He
fun.
is just, look, there's something about a character who, one, in the midst of a battle, chooses to save a plant.
Literally.
Man after my own heart
Mm-hmm.
would do the same. Like, look, honestly, look, things to save in my household: cats, books, plants.
Fair.
Then my parents.
They can run for themselves. They've got legs.
It's just, he was absolutely fantastic. He is like the perfect side character.
But has enough going on.
Yeah, he makes it entertaining. He breaks the tension in good ways,
Yeah.
and he's just fun. He also then gets a magical fae god sword,
And what does he call it?
Simon,
Because why not?
because brilliant man, fantastic. And in Brimstone, which we did not review last year, maybe you'll get to it at some point.
Maybe.
But in Brimstone, his character just explodes. He
Literally.
becomes so much more than what you think he is, because he really is initially the funny side character. The ones like Riddick vibes,
Yes.
Taryn from Kindred's Curse vibes.
Yeah.
Like, he's silly, he's dangerous, he causes all sorts of conundrums, trouble.
Get in trouble.
He kind of sometimes ends up being a little bit of a damsel, which is funny. But
It
like,
is.
you know, he's searching for trouble. So he's that, but he's Brimstone, he kind of just, you realize, there's a lot more to him than meets the eye. And there's so much more to him. And I can't wait for book 3 to see what's going to happen. But also, Callie has confirmed Carrion's getting his own book. Yes. Yes. I got very sidetracked.
No, it's okay though.
5 stars, by the way. 5 fucking stars.
Just in case you couldn't tell, 5 of them were for Carrion.
Yes.
Sorry, 3 for Carrion, 1 for Simon, 1 for the plant.
Yes.
you
That's
go.
great. I'm done with that.
I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book, and I enjoyed it much more on like a re-listen. I listened to a podcast talking about it.
Apparently, the audio is meant to be fantastic, though.
Yeah,
I do need to listen to the audio at
I
one point.
haven't audiobooked it, but yeah, the podcast. I was like, oh, there's actually like, because when I read it, I wasn't fully intaking everything, and then re-listening, I was like, oh, there's actually a lot in chapter 1. Like, you know, there's stuff from chapter 1 which gets brought up in the end of Brimstone, like kind of thing. So it's all very well written. But I did give it 4 stars because I was like, Quicksilver, I feel like it could have been 2 books. I feel like the pacing was a bit weird. Surprise Vampires definitely got me.
The vampire thing is definitely not what you would expect in a fae fantasy,
Not at all.
but it works well.
Yeah.
The
and it's
explanation
different.
for them,
It's
def-
very,
it
it's very,
works.
very well done.
and yeah, it definitely is different. It's like,
Mm.
so if you want something different,
Yeah, I would recommend it. I would.
highly.
But it took me a little bit to sit with it. And like, yeah, I'd probably rate it probably a bit higher, but
Yeah.
I gave it 4.
But if you want full details, check out the full review, because we do discuss a lot in our full review about,
Yeah.
like, I did rate it 5 stars, but there are plenty of things I would still change.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with my rating system is 5 stars don't mean they're perfect.
No.
It just means I had the best time
The best
reading them.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic. But then we read, after that one, we changed lanes completely, 100%, twisted all around, and we jumped
did.
into a thriller murder mystery.
But Shakespearean.
Yes. So we spun the wheel in our book club, and
Mhm.
it picked out If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. So this is a murder mystery told kind of in a flashback perspective, and it's kind of structured like a play. So we have multiple acts, and through each act, we basically uncover what happens with this murder mystery. So the book starts off with our main character being released from prison after, I think he was 10 something years he was in prison.
For
For-
a while.
Murder or manslaughter.
Yeah.
I can't remember specifics.
Pretty
But-
it's murder,
He basically gets released from prison, and the detective who got him arrested comes to him and basically is like, I would like to know what actually happened. And the guy's like, sure,
Give
let
me
me
the
tell you
goss.
the story. And so basically it's him telling through flashback to this detective what actually happened when this person was murdered. And it centers around the murderer. So this our main character, so him and his friends who are at this elite Academy.
Isn't
Which
there like 6 or 7 of them?
6, 7. I can't remember exactly. There's a lot of them. You have to learn a lot of people very quickly at the start of this book. It's one of the
Yep.
challenges with reading it. But so basically, there's these. They're all in this academy that focuses on art and acting, and they're very obsessed with Shakespeare, and like to the point they quote Shakespeare in their everyday life, which was that was an adjustment.
Yeah.
But basically, so it plays out. So we meet the characters. We learn about a murder has occurred. We don't necessarily get told who got murdered straight away, but we know it's coming, and then we find out who died, and then it works through the different suspects and what their motivations are, and blah 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 blah. And then you get to the very end, and it's like, oh, this is the person who's actually responsible. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's very emotional. It got my detective brain working. And I love a thriller. I love a detective story. I love a murder mystery. I love stories that make me think. They push me and they go, okay, what's this piece? What's this piece? What's this piece? Every other sentence, I'm like, looking for clues. I had the best time doing that.
And did you get it right?
Oh, fucking oath I did.
She did.
I called it, I think, from Act 2. Start of Act 2, I'm like, this is my suspect. I worked out who died very quickly.
Yeah, because they didn't tell us from the start, so you were trying to
I
figure
think
out.
it was like literally end of Act 3 is when they
Maybe.
finally actually announced, hey, this is who actually died.
Yeah, so of the 7 like friends, there was trying to figure out who died, who murdered, and then like the alibis of everyone else.
Yeah.
All the motivations and everything. It was really interesting.
And it kept you on your toes in the sense it didn't make it obvious.
No.
We did work out with Alicia because Alicia took it the extra step and was reading all the plays and stuff that are referenced in this story because as they are heavily obsessed with Shakespeare, they also do multiple Shakespeare plays and they study and they talk about them, act them out. And Alicia discovered through her reading that the book was kind of emulating certain aspects of these plays. So that kind of gave away who was going to die, who the killer was going to be.
Called it very
so she was able to work it out through that sense. Me, I just went by clues, kind of skipped over the Shakespearean part and was like just using my detective brain to went, okay, well, this person does this and this person does that. I don't like you. I reckon you're going to be the person who dies because of this. I reckon you're going to be the one who killed him because of this. And lo and behold, I was right. But
and I was just there for vibes, honestly.
But I think one of the good things about that is from that, like I worked it out one way, you had a different experience, Alicia had a different experience, proved 3 very different readers can enjoy it in different ways.
Yeah.
But like Alicia took the whole route of going through all the Shakespearean elements and everything like that.
Yeah, she
We did
to know
not.
all the references. Yeah.
We still enjoyed it. We still understood it
Yeah.
without all those references.
And you can still do that even if you don't if you haven't read Shakespeare, you can still read this book.
Yeah.
But I would recommend if you like Shakespeare, yes, read it. If you don't like Shakespeare, probably don't read it.
No.
Because I don't think you'll have a fun time.
It does, because there is a lot of Shakespearean aspects implemented in it.
Yeah.
So if you don't like that, like don't get me, it's not written in Old English or anything like that.
But they also perform like 3 or 4 plays.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes through that. And because they're studying that, they talk about that.
It's a very heavy theme.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's about so much more. So much more about than just Shakespeare, but it is so heavily through the book.
Ingrained in it.
It kind of like some understanding or enjoyment of it is I feel like will affect you and your enjoyment of the book.
And, well, it is a literary fiction book, so.
Yeah. But it's really fun. Like, I overall ended up giving it a 4 stars because, as I said, I had a fantastic time reading it. It was very entertaining. I probably wouldn't, like, it's not something I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to read it again.
Yeah.
But, like, if I was in the mood for that type of thing, I might pick it up.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I'm not just like, oh my God, I can't wait to read it again. But it was still a great book and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, if you want a murder mystery that focuses on like an academic setting with Shakespearean elements heavily influencing it,
good book.
perfect book for it.
Perfect book.
Absolutely perfect book.
I gave it 3 stars. It was a pretty good read. That's all I have to say.
Solid. And moving on. Then we got to
Girl in Pieces.
which is again just really changing the vibe.
Yeah, it's by Kathleen Glasgow. And this is it's a fiction book, but it's very much like it could be a real story, as in like it's inspired. You know what I mean? What am I trying to say?
Great question. Basically, so Girl in Pieces is a mental health journey about a young woman who suffers from, so she self-harms, has had a lot of trauma in her life, ends up in a really bad situation, and gets to the point, so our starting point, she's basically attempted suicide, She obviously has not been successful in that and ends up in an institution where they're trying to help her basically get her life on track, sort herself out. But she can't stay there indefinitely due to funding costs, and she has no one to pay for her treatment.
Yeah.
So she's forced back out onto the street, meant to be going living with her mother, but her mother is kind of a drop beat, doesn't really want anything to do with her or to deal with her problems. So she ends up going completely separate way, ends up moving to a different city and moving in with her old friend
who she really likes.
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 And has some certain thoughts and things what she thinks is going to happen.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah. But she basically tries to get herself going. And the book is about her trying to find her feet, trying to establish her life. Because she is, 17, 18?
Yeah,
she's not an adult. She's still a teenager.
Yeah.
She's still very much in that stage of life where you kind of need responsible adults around to kind of help guide you.
Yeah.
And she obviously, with everything she suffers, she really
Even
needs
more so.
she needs the support, but she's never had established support, and so she's balancing that. She thinks she is learning things, but she kind of ends up back in a bad situation again unintentionally, falls back into old habits, and obviously things go wrong again. But the whole book was really beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful story. It's very painful. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a story that if you can't handle those types of things, like if you struggle, it's not for you. Definitely check triggers when considering reading this book. Like, consider what will trigger you, because it does discuss, as I mentioned, so there's suicide, self-harm, there's drug addiction, alcoholism. There is some discussion of SA.
Yeah, there is. I was trying to think what else. It's a very heavy book.
Yes.
But in saying that, I think it brings to light a lot of things that people relate to, and they show that there's a way through things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's good in that way that it's saying, it's okay to discuss these things, and it's okay if you've gone through these things. It's not the end, like be all and end all. You can still get past them, but that doesn't mean you're going to have a perfect life.
No, yeah.
And I think that's what in saying that, the book we discussed in our review, the end of the book is very like fairy tale-esque,
Yeah.
the fairy godmother comes along, here's your great ticket out of here.
Yes. Because initially when I read this, I finished this and went, oh my God, this is a 5-star. I loved it. It's fantastic. And then after I sat on it, after we talked about it, I turned around and went, actually, I'm going to change my rating to a 4-star.
Yeah.
Which is what I get. So overall, it's a 4-star for me. Because everything leading up to I think the last 5 chapters.
Yeah.
Is what was great.
It's very realistic, is what I mean. Yeah, it makes sense.
But
in the world we're in.
But the resolution was very much like, oh, here's your ticket out of hell. Have the easy pass, move on.
Yeah.
What I think we did discuss again in the review is what would have probably been better would have been, okay, she hit rock bottom again, because it's kind of like a full circle moment.
Yeah, it is.
She gets out of rock bottom, works her way up, comes up, thinks she's going good, and then something goes wrong and she falls back down.
Yeah.
And she has to pick herself up. And there are people by this point that she's met
And
who
it has
help pull her
friends.
out of the hole. And there she meets kind of it's not even a fairy godmother, it's a fairy godfather.
Yeah,
kind
literally.
of. So this gentleman, he is a family member of another character in the book that she gets to know. And he kind of offers her a job opportunity of a lifetime to get her out of the pit. And it comes along a little bit too easy, because it feels like, again, as we said, ticket out of hell, like it's easy pass.
Yeah.
I feel like what should have happened is this grandfather figure, yes, should have still helped her, but the whole job thing, I feel like should have been just null and void. She should have gone, come back out of it stronger, picked herself up a bit, okay, and kind of gone back into the life she did have with her job and her friends and whatever, but no, having decided to make different choices. So, she was still in the normal and not pulled into a fairy tale, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was a bit
But yeah.
odd of an ending.
Yes.
But yeah.
But yeah, full details in the review.
Yeah, I gave it a 3. It was a good read, but yeah.
Okay, and then we jumped into Metal Slinger by Rachel Snyder. This was is the book that kind of took the internet or TikTok, BookTok, whatever, by storm because of the plot twist. It was claimed to be the plot twist of the century. You're never going to see it coming.
Back, everyone just says, wow, the plot twist. And that's kind of all you know about the book going in.
I literally had no context about this book. I didn't know what the story was about. I had no idea about other tropes. I had no idea what type of fantasy setting we were going to, the magic, nothing. All I knew was everybody talked about the damn plot twist.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it is the reason why I picked up the book. I'm like, well, I need to read this plot twist too. I need to see, is it going to shock me? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read this book, and I'm going to work out this damn plot twist, because there is nothing more I like more than a book that challenged me to think and working out the plot twist.
And did this challenge you?
Yeah, but
But.
if you're going to have a plot twist like that, plot twist, when you have kind of like something that's happening to a character, or there's hidden information, something that's going to come along and punch you in the face and you go, oh crap, where'd that come from? You need to leave a trail. There needs to be hints. There needs to be information. We need that trail to tell us that something is coming. It doesn't need to be blatantly obvious. It doesn't need to be thrown in your face the entire book. It can be a comment. It can be an action. It can be little things that happen that make you kind of go initially, that's a bit weird. Why'd that happen? Like, you need that doubt.
And then you'll figure it out.
But what you don't want is to get to the end of the book
Bam!
and be like, oh, lol, that was a joke. This is what actually happened. And then it literally turns the book a whole 180. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The plot twist itself is an amazing idea.
Oh, amazing.
I think it's great. It's a fantastic twist. It's setting up book 2 to be insane.
Which, like, saying, I did pre-order. It's on
Yeah.
pre-order. I'm going to read it when it comes out.
Can't wait for it to come out. I really enjoyed this book. Like, what did I give? I gave it a 4.5 stars. It was fantastic. I loved it. It was so fun. The characters are great. The world is great. I have so much excitement to see where it's going to go. But it's just that damn plot twist, because there's no breadcrumbs. It comes out of left wing.
No
and as we said, we were lied to.
Literally.
Like, no wonder it's the plot twist of the century, because no one's going to work this out. People have claimed they've worked this out, and I'm like, you worked it out purely by guessing.
Yeah.
Because
they probably guessed like 70 like guesses and then went, oh, but I got it because it was one of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nothing, like the only thing, like after I finished the book and I sat down and I dwelled on it, I went,
and you're like,
I need to find these breadcrumbs, because Rachel Snyder claims there are breadcrumbs. There's fucking one. And it's in chapter 1. And it's the most, like, obviously in book 1, when you're establishing yourself in a fantasy world, it is hard to remember certain aspects, because you're trying to balance what this world's like, what these characters are like, what's the magic system, what's the political system, what are we getting ourselves into? You're finding your feet. You don't tend to really remember a lot of, like, little clues that are dropped in very chapter 1, which I suppose, yes, is, like, technically you are leaving a crumb, but that it kind of stopped there. There was the crumbs in chapter 1,
and that's it.
And then forgotten about, which makes me feel, which I did say this in our review, like she started writing a story, like she started the book going, this is what I want to do. Kept writing, forgot all about it, got to the end and went, oh crap. Right, this is what we're actually doing. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, and if you think about chapter 1, what she did in chapter 1 was brilliant. I think it's actually really clever, because you kind of forget about it, because you get sidetracked by other things happening. So I think it is a very clever way she's done it.
Yeah.
But I need more of that in the book.
Of something in there.
I need other of those for it to be like, yes, this is a great twist, because
and
look
it
at
was
all
clearly
like,
intention.
hello, did you not see this? Like, it was right there the whole time, because it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I gave it 4 stars. I cannot wait to read the second book.
Yes.
I am very, very interested to see where it goes. I am very sad at the ending. And I think Metal Slinger was well paced, as in it was never quiet. Like, it was never...
No, never boring.
No, it was never boring. And
even when they're stuck on a boat for days, like, it's not
literally,
boring.
I don't even know how many chapters it was, but they're stuck in this boat, and I was like, I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it was so good.
So
Like,
good.
that's the thing. Like, that's what I mean. Like, the whole book was great. It was just how the plot twist was done.
Yeah, it was very odd, but anyway.
But yes. Anyway. Then we read, finally,
The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig.
I'm going to say this right now. 6 stars. I read 2 books 6 stars last year, and this was one of them.
Pretty good.
Rachel Gillig, queen. She is the queen of gothic romantic fantasy. She builds these worlds, these characters, everything that are just so well, like, rounded that you can fall into it without question. They're not hard to understand.
Even the world, everything.
And it's just no notes. I have no complaints, no issues. The twists, the turns, the magic, all of it.
Very, very well done.
Fantastic. You need to read it. If you love fantasy, if you love romantasy, if you love just
anything.
just read it.
Just read it.
Just read it,
Just read it.
please.
And the book 2 is coming out this year.
Oh my
And it's a
gosh.
duology. So that means it's going to be nicely wrapped up.
I'm
And
so
it's not
excited.
even like a massive book. I feel like it's like, what, like 400 or 500 pages maybe?
Yeah,
Something like
it's
that.
in the 400 range.
Yeah, like it's not a crazy chonky book.
No.
But it's so well done. And this was my first Rachel Gillett book that I've read. And it was so nice.
Since then, she has finally read the Shepherd King duology,
Which is
and
gorgeous.
yes, thank you.
5 stars.
We will definitely be talking about that at some point. We have to.
Yeah, we will.
But look, it was just overall spectacular. If
But-
you
and
can
Bartholomew.
only, oh my god, if you can, yes, that man. If you can only read one book out of all the books we talk about today,
Read this.
Night and the Moth. Night and the Moth. It will
Read it.
change your life.
Yeah.
Your fantasy expectations will be set so high, nothing will ever fit.
It's like, honestly, I like literally no notes.
No, it's
The best book.
pinnacle.
Yeah.
And then we finished off the year with A
Of
Flame and Fury by Michaela Bridge.
Finally, I got a pick in the wheel.
I know, poor Jazzy. We went through an entire year. Her pick got picked once.
Once.
We have
Once.
since changed the rules
Which is
to
good.
make it fair, but it was a
Oops.
good pick.
It was a very good pick. I liked it.
I gave this one a 3.5.
Yes.
It
I gave it a 4 stars. It was really fun.
yes.
What did we say? It was F1 with Phoenixes.
Yeah.
Is what I said.
Yeah.
You said pod racing or something.
So I said basically if you take pod racing from Star Wars,
Mhm.
but you change the pods to phoenixes,
Pretty much.
is essentially what
And
it
then
is.
YA teens.
Yeah.
And they're in like, the teams
We have
trying to survive and gain money and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And
So it's got like a very sweet little young romance, which
Aw.
includes fake dating and forced
they're
proximity.
so cute.
You kind of have like the team aspect of like a Formula One team. They're working
Yeah.
together to win the race. There's political plot where we have a billionaire who comes along, kind of offers them their dream, but is sinister intentions behind it. And
Yeah.
there is a really great plot twist. Like, so there is big-
so well done.
like, it's not like massive plot twist, but it's like, it's an aspect of the story that you just don't see coming. Like, well, there are breadcrumbs, but
There
you
are
really
breadcrumbs,
don't.
but you
see
weren't
coming.
looking at it.
And then when it comes, you're like, holy shit, like, damn, how did I not
Yeah.
notice that? Like, that is so cool. I did
And
have
it
a,
makes sense.
yeah, like, it works really well.
Yeah.
I did have an inkling because there is an aspect that gets brought up of a disease that is in this world, like a magical disease
Yeah,
that
very
kills
early
people,
on. And you're
which
like,
has no cure. And people are all a bit like almost like, well, what's the point of mentioning this? Like, what has it got to do with anything? And then you find out, and you're like,
Oh,
damn.
damn.
like, wow.
Yeah, literally.
But there is also some rebellion in it, which I feel like was a little bit underutilized. Like, the rebellion is brought up. We meet the rebellion at some point, but their involvement in the story feels very.
Wasn't a lot, yeah.
But it feels like it was only used like for particular elements.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
guess,
wasn't completely woven in through the story.
Yeah,
It was
if
like
it
we
was-
need that conflict here, so we'll use the rebellion. We need more conflict here, so that's when we'll use the rebellion.
it
And then
could
the
have
rest
been
of
a
the time
bit-
they're forgotten.
It could have been a bit more well-rounded with them. But then
Yes.
I feel like, you could have easily added another 50, 100 pages to
Yeah.
do that.
And it was a very easy read. Like I read this
yeah.
super quick, like 2 days in
Yeah.
4-hour sittings each. So 8 hours is all it took me to read. I flew through it.
Mm.
It was so quick, so easy. And Michaela Bridges has also announced she's doing a spin-off,
Yeah.
which is set new characters, new story, but in the same
in the same
world. Yeah.
Okay.
It is classified as a darker story though, so because I read I shared the post the other day on our Instagram, but it's classified as a darker story. So I'm really curious, is it going to be maybe adult in the same world, or is it just going to explore some darker elements? So it's called Of Venom and Vengeance.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
When's the release? Does it have the release date?
Um,
Go to Goodreads.
It's
Oh, here we go.
June
Expected on the 30th of June, so very soon.
20. Yeah, true.
I think I'm going to pre-order it actually. I think I might. I'm curious because I liked it. Like I liked A Flame of Fury. I gave it a
Yeah.
3.5 stars. It was very easy. I probably wouldn't reread A Flame and Fury. I read it once, but yeah. But it was just a fun, simple fantasy. You did a great job for your pick.
Yes.
Great job. Very good
And I know I picked it because it was like YA book of the month.
for QBD.
So
Yeah.
QBD for one of the months, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, obviously it has to be a good book. It was in like a debut novel, so I was like, yeah, love it.
But yeah, so there you go. So overall, I think for the year of 2025,
We did very
we
well.
did some very good. We only had what? There was 2 books maybe that had any sort of 2 rating. Everything
Yeah.
else was 3 and above.
Which is really good.
So we had a pretty decent year.
Yeah.
And so, like, we've got some good plans for this year as well. We've got some great books that I'm very excited to talk about.
Some new releases. So many new releases.
Oh, gosh. Oh, dude, we can make a whole video just about releases coming up that I'm excited for.
Honestly.
Oh, so many.
Maybe we could.
Honestly, September and October is going to be insane.
So crazy.
I don't know how I'm going to have time to do anything else besides read because so many, and I mean so many books are coming out. Like, Helen Shearer has a new book coming out. She's the author of Legends of
I'm
Thesma.
not even tracking that. Yeah.
Burns coming out in October. We
We've got-
have
Isn't Knave in the Moon?
Dave in the Moon, I think's October.
And then we've got Actar 6.
Yep, I haven't read
We've
Akatar. I need to
got-
read Akatar this year sometime.
There's something else as well.
Look, there are just so many. Let's wrap this thing up. So there you go. They are all the books that we read last year as a team.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed, we reviewed. If you want to see more in-depth reviews, if you want to see more of our thoughts, if you want to listen to some long content, we have our reviews all on our channel.
Yeah.
So you can go in, check
All
them
of them.
out. You can also find more individual reviews on our separate accounts. So like we have on like our Goodreads and stuff like that. Or there's posts on our Instagram and TikTok. If you want to just go and check out some more short form with more focus on those, you can find them as
They're
well.
all there.
But if you did enjoy this video, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe for more content because we're going to have a lot more coming at you. A lot more short form content. We're shortening things up this year, trying to keep it a little bit more focused, less ranty, more on topic.
But ranties are still fun.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll have plenty of rants. There will be rants. It's
There
inevitable.
will be.
But they're not going to be hour and a half rants.
No.
Trying to keep it a bit shorter for y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to see all that, make sure to subscribe here. You can also follow us on Spotify if you want to listen to us on the go, which is a bit easier for you. We also have an Instagram and TikTok, which you can check out some more short form content. We post all sorts of reels and other little highlights in our book club every month on there. So make sure to follow us there at Girlies That Read.
Yes.
You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more content that's just me. I am quill.scribbler. You can find me there. I do obviously like all sorts of bookish stuff. And then you can find...
You can find me, Jazzy, at What Jazzy Reads, and I post about What Jazzy Reads, which is kind of funny.
Who? What a
Yeah, no.
thonk.
Would have thunk it. Yeah, I post a lot of reviews and fan art and a few thoughts and things.
It's
I'm
very
trying to do more
cute.
reading vlogs right now.
I love it.
we'll
Love it.
see. Yeah,
Beautiful. But yeah,
check it out.
but thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon with another video. But until then, bye.
Bye.